What is up, guys? Just finished episode 4 of The Last of Us. So this is another great episode from the show. We're now kind of at the halfway point and really enjoying this. Every episode seems to have its own tone, almost its own different genre, total different style of episode, which I'm really enjoying. It just keeps things really fresh. This episode really cements the Joel and Ellie relationship. I think there's a lot of good moments between them, loads of Easter eggs from the game, particularly at the beginning of the show. Ellie's joke book makes an infamous debut on the show, which is great. In this episode, we see the introduction of the Hunters. They've not been referred to as the Hunters, but I think that's what they are. There's a new character that I don't recall being in the game, and I'm not sure if it's a combo of different characters taken from the game. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but a new interesting character whose motives we don't really understand. We don't know where they're coming from and what it is that they want. We also hear the names Henry and Sam in this episode and get an appearance from them, so we're heading into that portion of the game. In terms of action in the game, in terms of action in the episode, there is a set piece that is taken just from the game and really replicates it very well. It's when in the game you encounter the Hunters and there's a guy in the middle of the road, which I think Joel runs over, and then they crash into the store and there's a little shootout. So that gets done here in the show and it's done really well. As you know from episode 3, Ellie gets herself a firearm. That will make an appearance in this episode. And yeah, I think we're seeing Joel and Ellie bond a lot more. Ellie seems more comfortable with him and is making jokes. And Joel, I think they're becoming more of a team. I think maybe before it was Ellie was a burden for Joel. And now we're seeing that, okay, there's a partnership brewing here. And there's trust being built. And even mutual respect. So in terms of the overall story of the first game, I think it's moving along at a good pace. I think that now, kind of at the halfway stage, it's 9 episodes, we're on episode 4, we're kind of halfway there. I think that it's just a very good adaptation. They've just done it very well so far, and they've obviously always kept in mind, I've said this many times before on the previous episode reviews, that, you know, a game to a TV show is a totally different format of storytelling, and they've just adapted it well to what you want from a TV show, what you want from different episodes coming each week. I think they've tackled that very well. I think this episode and episode 5 to me feels like we're in for some real action. Some really interesting scenes are definitely going to come up. So really, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I don't have too much to say, really. It's the shortest episode, actually, out of all 4. And so this should be the shortest video I've made out of all of the reviews. Yeah, it's a very tight episode. Kind of get from A to B quickly. Loads of things taken from the game. The highway with loads of cars all stacked up, etc., and blocked up. The Hunters, we'll call them for now, the crash into the shop, the locations they hide in, etc. Just so much that just feels just straight out of the game and done really well. But yeah, I think that the show is going along really well. I'm really enjoying it, and every week I'm just surprised at how well they've adapted it and the directions they take it in when they do something new. I think it's great. One thing I was thinking about is how interesting it will be for someone to have just watched the show and then play the game for the first time, how that will be. And I'm sure we'll have some people coming up on YouTube over the coming months who were inspired to play the game because they watched the show, and then how they find the adaptation going the other way. So that will definitely be something that to keep an eye out for going forward. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the shows. Let me know Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Let me know in the comments what have been your favorite episode, what have been your favorite moments that you've liked from the show, and things you can't wait to see coming up. And I hope you've been enjoying these very short, rambly reviews that I do after the episodes. And I will see you on the next one next week. Thank you and take care.